I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. No, must not do that, for I am a man. Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PSVita at 2 AM, and once again, I'm coming at you with another exciting video. You guys see this? You guys see this awesomeness that is laid here before you? This wall of awesomeness, even though it's not really a wall and more just my desk countertop thingy, but let's not go into detail with that. This is most definitely the hotness. And I'm serious here. I'm talking like up in a wet t-shirt kind of hotness here. Or, I don't know, maybe Danny DeVito kind of hot. I mean, it's 2019. Everybody has different taste, right? What we have here, though, folks, is NISAmerica's final 3 PlayStation physical Vita releases for the West. Can't believe this day has finally come. We have here The Lost Child, The Longest 5 Minutes, and Penny Punching Princess. These will officially be the final PlayStation Vita releases retail-wise in the West here. Not including any of the limited stuff. That's still coming up throughout the year. Although I am hoping that Otiwari Muno, Romano Cheese, however the heck you say it, I got flamed in the comment section bad last time for that one, does get a Asian English version. But I have a feeling that I'm probably wishful thinking on that one. But hey, a man can dream, gosh dang it! I just can't believe how far we've come with the PlayStation Vita, how so many things have changed from the beginning. I feel like I want to take this time not just only to talk about the games per se, but also just to kind of reminisce about how the experience has been overall for me. Who would have thought that these would be our last 3 games that would get sort of a standard retail release? I say that because, technically speaking, Code Realize Wintertide Miracles got the most retail of retail releases in the fact that you could kind of get it at GameStop and EB Games, while these 3 titles, unfortunately, were only available online as far as I'm aware of, because I tried pre-ordering them through GameStop and it was a no-go. Yep, GameStop was like, nope, you can no has. And I know the biggest prime example of retailers for these 3 games, or distributors I guess in this case, was Amazon and PlayAsia, with a slew of others too as well. Which was odd because Amazon for some odd reason kept running out of stock for these games, and then they would put some up and then they would be unavailable and then they would be available again and then they weren't. And PlayAsia for some reason had all the games available to pre-order except for Penny Punching Princess for some odd reason. If anybody knows why that is, let me know down in the comments because I'd be curious to know if there was actually a reason. At least a legitimate one. And I notice I've said the word reasons in the last like 3 sentences I've made. That's just bad writing, you know, if I actually wrote this stuff down anyway. Yep, making bad jokes and winging it. It's what I do. Alright, today I have an extra special treat for you guys here on Vita Pouch. You know what, now that I think about it, I forgot to even mention this was a Vita Pouch episode, but I guess most of you guys probably already know that. Believe it or not, I am actually going to be opening the cellophane or plastic wrap to one of these, and that is Penny Punching Princess, because it has something that I think is kind of cool about it that I wanted to show you guys. Alright now, shrink wrap, it's just you and me. We haven't had a very good relationship these past few Vita Pouch openings. However, I am confident that we can work together as a team, and hopefully I'm going to be able to open you. And it looks like I'm already starting to struggle here. Oh boy, this is going to take a while. Must attempt to think of something entertaining to say while attempting to also open up the cellophane, aka plastic wrap, aka shrink wrap. Seriously, why do I keep saying cellophane? So what do you guys think of Back to the Future? Pretty cool movie, huh? Yeah. I like Michael J. Fox. He's a pretty cool actor. What do you guys think? Yeah, that's very interesting. I'm glad you think that way. Alright. Now that that arduous journey is at last over, as you guys can see here, this game has a little secret going on about it. You know what that is? Believe it or not, it has a reversible cover art. One that I actually think is better on the flip side rather than the original side, if that makes any sense. Which I can tell by the looks on your face, it doesn't. It's just another desperate attempt on my part to entertain. And because I prefer the flip side cover art, I am going to keep that as its default setting. Wait, its default setting? I don't know. Anyway, here I go at trying to put it back in the way it goes, but with the other side. Oh crap. Oh, come on, get in there. Get in there, you stupid piece of... Okay, after doing a lot of things that I don't want to risk mentioning here, the cover art is at last in its place. And so it shall remain so because I don't want to risk having to do that over again. But yep, That's what the cover art variant looks like. In fact, one of my favorite things about this cover art reversal thingy is that they leave the text in the back exactly the same way as the original side is. Whereas with other cover art variants, sometimes they just have a full picture on there. It doesn't even have like the ESRB logo or anything. And to me, that just seems kind of weird. Now let's look at some gameplay footage. First up we have, well, I guess it's only appropriate since we ended it with it. We'll start off with Penny punching Princess. She combines the best things of princess and punching for pennies or something like that. She's very, very greedy, let's just say it that way. Sort of an overhead brawler, as you can tell. And probably my favorite of the three, I would say. And I would say that because I just said it. Then up next we have The Longest 5 Minutes, a game that takes more than 5 minutes to beat, I'm pretty sure. Though I haven't officially timed it. It's an RPG set in like a more 8-bit style era. Wait, is it 8-bit? I think it's 8-bit. Yeah, it's 8-bit. Of which it makes the nostalgic retro gamer in me jump for joy. I honestly just adore this art style. And last but certainly not least is The Lost Child. The Lost Child is kind of like a Persona, Pokemon kind of game where you go do dungeon crawling stuff and you collect monsters and you can level them up and stuff like that. Pretty addicting. And because I've already showed you guys these games like a zillion times over the course of my channel, I'll just kind of leave it at that. End it on a short and sweet note. Or just a sweet note. Or just a short note. Yeah, a very short note. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. The following video has been brought to you in part by Adam Thury, Saul Ramirez, Heston Joseph, and all these wonderfully generous people over at Patreon. I have a number of exclusive perks available for backers, so if you're interested in supporting the channel, check all those links down there. Except you can't have my 3 NIS games. I'm taking them. They're mine!